It's the conclusion of Parents and Family Weekend on the campus of the University of Delaware, and we've got a good one to wrap up the festivities. It's a rematch of the last two CAA championships. The suddenly surging Blue Hens look for a sixth straight win as they welcome the Towson University Tigers to the Bob. Hi, everybody. I'm Matt Janis, alongside our Hens All Access crew of Nikki Regal, Chris Granata, Michelle Cano, Vivi O'Donnell, and Kaitlyn Flieger. This is Delaware Volleyball on Flow Sports. So much juice inside the Bob today as Kim Lambert's Blue Hens vie for the weekend sweep. Yesterday, UD played as well as they have all season in a convincing 4-set victory over Towson. But when it comes to Towson and Delaware, there's no time to rest on your laurels. The Tigers have captured 4 straight CAA titles until Delaware ended their reign as champions last season. In both 2021 and 2022, it was Towson that ended Delaware's campaign, with the latter coming in the championship match. These games are spirited and the styles contrasting, meaning they almost never lack for drama, and we certainly are expecting another good one here today. Let's take a look at this afternoon's Star Watch. For Delaware, it's Savannah Siemens, who continues to do a little bit of everything for the Hens. Yesterday, she registered her third double-double of the season with 13 kills and 11 digs. She also added 3 blocks and 4 aces, which equaled her season-high total. Her 177 career aces have moved her past Renee Duvon for 5th all-time in program history. The Delaware native set the tone right away, with 6 of her finishes coming in the first set alone, as Delaware was able to play in front. And that was one of the keys Kim Lambert talked about in the week leading up to this match. On the other side, Towson, anchored by sensational senior Victoria Barrett. The transfer from New Mexico State is in her 3rd season with the Tigers and continues to do it all for this Towson program. She might be the most dynamic athlete in the CAA, and the Tiger offense runs directly through her. She's been named first-team All-CAA each of the last 2 seasons. But with the departure of Irbe Lazda and Nina Chaich, Barrett has become not just Towson's primary scoring threat, but the gravitational force everything they do revolves around. Yesterday, the Delaware blockers followed her all over the court, but the Stafford, Virginia native still managed to register 17 kills and an ace. Delaware starters being introduced. There's Savannah Siemens. Big crowd on hand. Hens had better than 650 yesterday. You see the youngsters giving the high fives as Hannah Wright gets introduced. You feel a special enthusiasm around this Delaware volleyball program, coming off the championship last year. The successful start so far this season: 7 wins in their first 10 matches, 3-0 in conference play. And remember, 2 of the losses against Big Ten programs on the road, and Delaware took them to the absolute limit. 5 sets in both of those encounters. They almost got the win against Michigan. Were serving for the match in the 3rd set, but let a 2-0 lead slip away. We're up 2-1 at Iowa. Could not finish the deal. Took valuable lessons, though, from those losses, and now they look to continue to apply them in conference action. This has turned into a nice little rivalry. Delaware and Towson. Don Meadows said everybody gives us our best shot, but you have to respect what Delaware has been able to do over the last several seasons. Meanwhile, the Blue Hens, they had Towson as kind of their litmus test as they were trying to build this thing back up. They were knocking on the door. In 2021, got to the semifinals, lost to Towson. In 2022, as we mentioned, the championship match, but could not take even a single set for the Tigers. Last year, the regular season, these teams squared off in a pair of 5-set thrillers down in Maryland, and the Hens were able to finally get a win that gave them confidence into the postseason, beat the Tigers in 4 sets to get to the NCAA tournament. And then yesterday, a convincing 4-set victory, the best they have looked against Towson in years. What can they do for an encore? The traditional blue and gold jerseys today for this Delaware team. And you can see the enthusiasm riding high for Kim Lambert's group. Towson, meanwhile, in the road whites. We are set to get underway. Savannah Siemens serving to start the match for Delaware. And eats up immediately. Sarah Collender allows Delaware to go to the attack. The block, though, is Gillens couldn't finish. Another try. And in early side out of the first point of the match belongs to Towson as that one drifts just wide. So the Tigers hoping for an early start. One of the big keys for Towson coming in today. First touch, did not like their performance in that area a day ago. Cindy Stewart serving for Towson. Siemens from the back line. And now Towson able to play downhill. Nakai had it dug out by Siemens. Johnson trying to find the back corner and does. Great vision from Kara Johnson. And Delaware on the board to equal things early. What a job she does. A transfer out of Virginia Tech in her fourth season. One of the things Kim Lambert has talked about, her vision. So improved, her understanding exactly what she's asked of in the system, and uses her athleticism as a result. Big swing, eats up Johnson here, though. And Towson able to get this side out right back, courtesy of their freshman, Ava Nakai. The Spanish Forks Utah native who has had a big presence for the Tigers in the early going. Cadence Wynn, the libero, able to handle that serve, and it allows Gillens for the hammer. Anna Logan Gillens, averaging almost 3 kills per set on the season. That dynamic leaping ability. And she's got power on her finishes. Tied at 2, Lily Rogers serving for Delaware. Sinking serve, handled though by Collender. Wynn sets up Delaware. Beautiful feed from Rogers. That one kicked somehow by Stewart. What a play to keep it up, but Delaware gets it down. Janae Whitfield Moss sticking with it for the Hens, who have their first lead. How in the world did Stewart do that? A backwards kick off her back. Unbelievable. But the Hens not phased at all, and Delaware takes the lead for the first time this afternoon. Rogers, the grad senior from St. Louis, Missouri, closing in on medical school, and her career concludes after this season. Enjoying the ride this final year, and near ace, scrambling to get it over. Good work by Victoria Barrett. But again, Delaware able to play aggressively, and Dylan Norris picks up right where she left off yesterday. After a career-high 6 kills, puts this one down, and Delaware up a deuce. Rogers, we've seen some extended runs from her on serve this season. Again, had Collender backpedaling. Barrett, the touch play. Great diving dig by Gillens. Wynn has to send it over, though. The block from the Hens. Barrett had it blocked again. And Delaware gets the point. That defensive line wreaking havoc up front for UD. Whitfield, Moss, and Gillens both there. Norris a little help as well. Not many options for Victoria Barrett, even as athletic as she is. Rogers had her serve handled better this time by Barrett. She goes for the back line, and it was touched by a blue hen. The point goes to Towson. So an important side out there for the Tigers. Ends a 4-0 Delaware run. There's Barrett on serve. That high jumping action. And you can see off the tape still bringing the velocity. And that one off of Barrett's fingertips. Another finish for Delaware. Janae Whitfield-Moss too strong up front. Excellent set from Rogers, and they were able to get it through the fingertips of Callender. Now it's a true freshman, Taylor Holly, serving for UD. Good first touch from Barrett. And Abdur Rahim able to finish near the net for Towson. Zaire Abdur Rahim in her second season of Tiger uniform. The transfer from Hofstra, patiently waiting her turn as she returned near her hometown to this Towson University campus. And now an ace for the Tigers, Elena Demango, who her coach affectionately calls the Italian Stallion. And the junior delivers. A 6-5 deficit now for Towson. Demango was pressed into service late last season after the injury to Aaron Brothers. Really had a great CAA tournament. Another good serve here has Delaware off his system. And another point for the Tigers. They draw even as Demango doing good work on serve. Wynn and Holly converge and collide, and Siemens has it blocked but wide. Delaware will take the point as they get this side out. Seven-six Hens pulling back in front. Wynn's turn on serve. The libero in her first year as a starter. Right down the middle. And that's Aaron Brothers, back for the first time this season. We mentioned the injury earlier. Brothers, who tore her ACL at the end of last season. You can see the big knee brace on that left leg. And what a lift she can provide this Towson team if she's back near full health. Dodd Nettle did not mention her return this week. Siemens handling that serve for Towson. Johnson had it dug out beautifully by the freshman Moran. Towson has to send it over, though. Allows Delaware to go to work. Rogers goes to Norris, who is rejected. And Towson back in front. So a seesawing first set. Far pin dug out by Holly. Bad bump, a meeting at the net, and a center line violation on Towson. Delaware takes the side out. Exactly what we anticipated coming in. Hens got the better of the action yesterday. You knew Towson would respond, and so far, we've got some haymakers flying in this first set. Hannah Wright serving for Delaware. Center set, big swing, and Ava Nakai delivers for the Tigers. The Towson coaching staff talking about the need for more center sets. They had been operating too much at the pin. Perhaps the return of Aaron Brothers helping that, but going to the middle, and it reaping dividends early. Johnson had it blocked. Right, the good reflexes. Other way to Siemens. And they catch Delaware napping. Heady play from Kaitlyn Moran. And the Tigers up a deuce. Wright and Holly both a step slow. And now the serve from Callender. Siemens got a pretty good swing on that one. Good work from Moran to keep it up, but Barrett into the net on the bad set. And Delaware gets a much-needed side out. Holly rotates out. Wynn returns for Delaware. Siemens a second turn on serve for the Hens. Good set for Barrett. Uses the tape. And delivers for Towson. Boy, you couldn't have put that in a better spot. And Victoria Barrett can jump figuratively out of the gym. Here's Stord serving for UD. Win a little bit of a stumble. Johnson right back at Barrett. Blocking line was there, but Johnson had the head up, found a little crevice in the center, and now it's her turn on serve. Barrett colliding with Kaitlyn, the ace for Kira Johnson. Eleven up in this opening set. Johnson back to work. Kaitlyn on the back pedal. Denenga had it blocked. Barrett will take a try and eats up Hannah right. Side out to Towson. Over the years, we've seen a lot of extended rallies from Towson and Delaware. This weekend, we have seen a lot of early hammers as these front lines are just going to work. Macy Jesse into serve. Anna Logan Gillens had a dugout by Stord. Jesse, good job to keep it up. And then down it goes in the center from Abdul Rahim. Another fantastic dig. And then Abdul Rahim just past the blocking combo of Whitfield Moss and Anna Logan Gillens. Don't see that often. Whitfield Moss had it fought off by Calendar. Barrett had it dug by Wynn, but into the 15th row of the seats. And Towson opens its largest lead of the match, forcing a timeout called by Kim Lambert as her Blue Hens trail by 3 in this opening set. So a very entertaining start as both of these teams playing above the net and showing off the power game. Great coaching matchup here as well. Don Meadow, better than a decade in charge at Towson, his 22nd season overall as a head coach. He led Towson to 4 straight CAA titles before Delaware finally ended the reign last year. In 2023, he claimed his 5th CAA Coach of the Year award. He began his career at Coppin State, where he went to a pair of MEAC tourneys before he turned Maryland Eastern Shore into a power, winning 145 games in 6 seasons and going to 2 NCAA tournaments. On the other side, Kim Lambert, an impact that has been felt in many ways for this Delaware program since she has taken over her 3rd season in charge. She arrived with former head coach Sarah Matthews in 2017, worked her way up from an assistant to the associate head coach, then took over in 2022, got the Hens to a CAA championship match in her first year, won the title last season, and now has them 7-3 to top the CAA standings at 3-0. Down by 3 points here, though, is Macy Jesse back to work for the Tigers. Far pin, beautifully placed by Gillens, and Delaware gets the response they needed. Rogers had a good run, put together 3 straight points on her first service. Barrett got off a touch from Delaware, and they side out back to Towson. Actually, beg your pardon, that one caught the edge of the line. So you couldn't put it any closer than Victoria Barrett did. Don Meadow will take a timeout. We will take it with the Tigers. Opening set, Towson leading by 3. A showdown of the CAA will return in a moment. This is Delaware Volleyball on Flow Sports. No challenge there from Kim Lambert on that last play. Called timeout by Towson. We'll look at it again. Did it catch the back end of the line? Savannah Siemens was right there. Did not put up an argument. Did not seem like it caught a fingertip. Believe the judge ruled that in. It was close both directions, but point goes to Towson. Timeout called by the Tigers. Their lead is 3, and serving is Mac White. And Delaware cannot handle it. Gillens had it go off her shoulder. And then neither Savannah Siemens nor Lily Rogers could dive and get it. So the largest lead of this opening set for Towson, up by 4. And again, they eat up Gillens, who came in front of Savannah Siemens. And what a run here from Towson. 5 of the last 6, so they're up by 5. White, the sophomore from Washington State. Siemens able to get that one up. Again, Stewart able to dig it out for Towson. Delaware, though, a chance to play downhill. Whitfield Moss gets the better of that meeting at the net. And Janae gets a huge side out for the Hens. Stemming the tide of momentum, just overpowering Sarah Callender. Holly serving for the second time for UD. Coming off one of her best games in her brief college career. Double-digit digs. And that 4-set victory yesterday against Towson. Callender, yes, through the block. And a side out to Towson as Delaware struggling to string points together here late in this first set. Starting to get up against it. Towson 7 away from playing with a 1-set advantage. Hens will go to the bench. Raina Hughes, the transfer from Syracuse enters. Rogers had it sent back. Hughes stepped up for Delaware. Really nice set that time from Towson. The ball was a bit in front. Macy Jesse brought it back, and Towson put it down. Erin Brothers back from injury and making her presence felt here today, much to the chagrin of Delaware coach Kim Lambert. Again, the Hens almost colliding on service return. That one finds the corner, though. Perfect placement, and Delaware back within 5. Janae Whitfield Moss again finding the hole. Here's Wynn. Late adjustment there from Callender. Barrett had it deflected by Johnson. Johnson had it dug out by Jesse. Delaware in system. Hughes the touch play. What a dig again by Stewart using the back of her hand. And now it's Barrett's turn on the dive. Climbing the table was Abdul Rahim, but she runs out of real estate and heads back within 4. Wow, Sydney Stewart, though, is putting on a show. The libero has made 2 magical digs in his first set. Callender tried to change up. Rogers was there. Siemens could not get it through Stewart. Barrett from the back line. Wynn read that one. Hughes tried the cross-court play. Good scramble from Towson. Holly, though, there. Stewart again to do. What an effort from Holly, but Delaware unable to recover, and Towson just continues to get Delaware out of system and take advantage. Heck of an effort from Holly, but Hughes and Johnson are both off balance. And now it's Kaitlyn Moran serving with a 5-point edge. Good first touch from Wynn. Brothers had that read by Seaman. Hughes finds the middle, and Delaware gets the side out back. And Hughes will sit down. Good minutes for her off the bench. First season with the Blue Hens, redshirted as a freshman with Syracuse. Played a couple seasons with the Orange, and now learning this Delaware system. Calendar had it blocked, but got enough to get it over. And the Hens will take another timeout here. UD struggling as Towson is playing as efficient as we have seen from them all season. The Tigers hitting at .467 in his opening set. Delaware pretty efficient in their own right at .333. But the blocking line, which has been a strength for the Hens all year long, having a hard time handling the efforts up front. Victoria Barrett already has 5 kills. Sarah Calendar has come through 3 times in 6 tries. As Zaire Abdul-Rahim, 3 putaways in 5 attempts. You add it up, and this Towson offense starting to show some balance, which is an awful good sign. As Don Nettle was talking about how the Tiger coaching staff in many ways looks at this Towson offense the same way they did Delaware 2 years ago. They have a dominant player with freakish athletic skill who they run most of their offense through. For Delaware, of course, that player was Lonnie Mason. And for Towson, it has been Victoria Berry. It's a delicate balancing act because you don't want to let defenses keep too much on Berry to find a secondary score. How many times do we hear Kim Lambert say that a couple years ago, and then when Delaware did find that balance last season, how unstoppable they were. Here's Sarah Calendar serving for Towson, up by 4 points away from taking this first set. Towson again, ready for those change-ups, for the block gives Delaware the side out. Rogers and Johnson both there for UD. And that's exactly what the message, I'm sure, was from Kim Lambert during that last time out. Got to start to put up more resistance near the net. Service error, though, from Savannah Siemens. And Towson closing in on set 1. So Stewart serving for Towson. Johnson. Again, can't find an opening with Stewart there. Barrett had a dugout by right. Gillens takes a turn and overpowers Devango. Team high 4th kill for Anna Logan Gillens. She's hitting .429. Still tied for Delaware, but they need a service run. Johnson will give it a try. Miss set. And the Hens will get a gift as they take the point back within 3. Sure what Towson was looking to do, whether they were trying to get it over. This might be a challenge from Don Nettle. He was thinking the Hens might have committed a center line violation there. That ball was not going to get over the net, but it did look like one of the Delaware blockers tried to put it down. And did they go too far? That'll be the question. There it is. It was Anna Logan Gillens and Janae Whitfield Moss that went up. Tough to tell from that angle. The official was right on top of it. And immediately awarded the point to Delaware. Remember, in last year's CAA tournament, the challenges were big. Kim Lambert went on a heater Seemed like every time she pulled out the challenge card, she got it right, even on some really tough ones. She went 5 for 5 in the victory against Campbell. There's a better view of it. Again, two officials standing right there. Neither saw anything. And they will go over the play frame by frame. And the play stands as called. So a critical decision going Delaware's direction. Ends back within 3. Johnson used the tape. Barrett used the back of her hand to keep it up. And then finding the back corner brilliantly was Nakai. Wow. Did not look like a freshman on that one. Using every inch of the court. No chance for the Delaware defense. So now Towson 2 points away. Here's Jesse. An ace. Set point for Towson. Jesse was dealing with some health concerns earlier in the week. Just happy to be healthy enough to take the floor here this weekend. Serving for the first set. Gillens keeps it alive as she fights it through Abdul Rahim. But still some work in front of the Hens. Rogers, who said this week, coaching staff has really shown great trust in her ability to take some chances on serve this year. Goes straight down the middle, air mails it, service air, gives the opening set to Towson. So after Delaware wanted 4 sets yesterday, Towson responds by taking set 1 this afternoon. Delaware will look to rally. We're back for set number 2 for the Bob in Newark momentarily. This is Delaware Volleyball on Flow Sports.
I know. Do you think I wouldn't see it? Go in the house and take it off. Give me the spatula. All right.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
No dad jokes.
Back at the Bob Carpenter Center in Newark, entertaining opening set did not have the conclusion Delaware was hoping for. They trailed Towson 1-0. This is the 99th all-time meeting between these programs. Been a long time since they squared up all of 24 hours ago. Delaware won it 3-1, but we have seen plenty of thrillers over the years. Last year in the regular season, they went the distance twice, Delaware winning once, Towson winning the other in a pair of 5-set thrillers. They've met in each of the last 2 CAA title matches. They have met in the CAA tournament in 3 consecutive seasons, and maybe we will see matchup number 100 in November down at the TU Arena. Potential postseason meeting could loom, especially if they perform at this level. Delaware off to a 3-0 start in conference play. Towson at 2-1. The Tigers picked preseason by the coaches as the favorites in the league. Delaware picked second. Both these teams losing a lot of key pieces from a season ago. Of course, the Hens, the program legend Lonnie Mason, their server extraordinaire Ezgi Bassen-Rodmar, and their ace setter, and then their libero Eileen J, among others. For Towson, Nita Chaich, Irbe Lazda. A lot of finishes departing for Don Meadows' program. Up a set with Sarah Callender serving. Win, a good job to handle it. Siemens tried to go down the line, but found the tape. And Towson will play from in front in this second set. Good first touch from Wynn. Sets up Whitfield Moss. Beautiful set from Rogers, and Whitfield Moss does the rest. That first touch so critical for the Hens so they can stay in system. Service receive game strong there. Not bad from Towson, but the block. Johnson sending it back, and Delaware takes the lead. Wynn serving for UD. On the back pedal, Callender able to handle it. Near side touch play off the antenna, and Delaware will take the point. Nakai tried to redirect it, but could not keep it inside that red and white pole. The Hens ahead by 2. Largest lead of the match, and that one too deep. Nakai perhaps trying to do too much. The true freshman saw the hole, but could not keep it in play. Delaware scoring 4 straight, and a nice little run here on serve from Cadence Wynn. Barrett finds the answer. Every time Towson needs one, she seems to author the response. 2-time first team All-CAA selection. Was the Western Athletic Conference Rookie of the Year when she started her career out west at New Mexico State before returning home and becoming the centerpiece of this Towson program. Johnson, a nice piece for the Hens as a touch play over the blocking line gets the side out back for UD. You almost expect Stewart to go down and get that. She's been magical on the digs so far today, but Johnson got enough to get it over the front line and get it down in time. Here's Wright, the service specialist for Delaware. Wright able to dig that one pretty well. Rogers thought she had an opening. Stewart was there. Wynn scrambling. Wright gets it over. Barrett, the changeup, and delivers the side out for the Tigers. Macy Jesse serving again for Towson. Johnson, the big swing, and she continues to come through. The efficiency with which she plays cannot be overstated. Just lives between a 300 and 400 hitting percentage. Back to 400 so far today. And the Hens back up by 3. Barrett on the far pin, dug out by Wynn, but it went over. Johnson and Wynn collide. Gillens finds an open spot right in front of Stewart. Well played by the sophomore. You can see the confidence on Anna Logan Gillen's face, that wry smile there. Her skill set so eerily similar to Lottie Mason. It just continues to improve by leaps and bounds on an almost daily basis. They go right back to her. And the block goes wide. Gillen's got enough. Delaware opens up the 5-point advantage. And that's a much broader smile from the West Columbia, South Carolina native. And it leads to a timeout called by Don Metal. Both of these coaches will use the full allotment. It always seems to work out that way when these two teams squared off. Talked about the comparison for Anna Logan Gillens with Lottie Mason, program legend who etched her name throughout UD's record book, led the Hens to a title before graduating last year. Was back for alumni weekend. Saw her at the game yesterday. It's obviously not fair, but it is natural. The athleticism, the power, the ability to self-correct, the way she plays the game, work ethic, even the position she plays. I'll jump off the page at you, just like they did for Mason. But as Kim Lambert said, look, her job isn't to be Lottie Mason. It's to keep getting better and to see what she can become. And Kim Lambert said Gillens arrived on campus with the athleticism to immediately be an elite Division I volleyball player. She was able to rely on that athletic prowess as a freshman, but now this year, such a better understanding of the system, the options that it provides, and now she can use that athleticism to buy her time and take what the defense gives her. A much better feel for the right option, and just consistently making good decisions, and a huge factor for this Delaware attack. Here's Savannah Seaman serving for the Hens, up by 5. Stewart off balance, but able to handle it. Abdul Rahim could not find an opening. Johnson can, and Delaware continues to roll in his bounce back second set. Johnson sort of levitating there. She forced the blocking line to commit. Here's Seaman. Again, had Stewart down, but a good first touch. Barrett from the center, blocked by Johnson. What can't Kira Johnson do as Delaware a game-high 7-point lead? Efficient, has become a better server. The blocking prowess, phenomenal. Just a weapon as is Savannah Seaman serve. An ace for the Delaware native. Continues to climb the record books in Delaware. Moved into 5th place all time in that category. Just a tad wide though here as she went for the line, and the service air gives the side out back to Towson. Look at this jump serve from Barrett. Into the net, but boy, does she get high. A little off on the timing though, and Delaware gets the side out back. So here's Johnson, mentioned a moment ago. That serve has turned into a bit of a weapon this year for Delaware. Beats Barrett up at tap, but she's able to handle it, and then it's put down beautifully by DeMango. Elenia DeMango only played in 12 sets until the regular season finale when she was pressed into service due to the injury of Aaron Brothers last year. Showed how clutch she was. It's 600 in the semifinal win. And here the Tigers find the corner again. Great vision from Towson to string 2 in a row and get back within 6. Abdul Rahim able to put that one down. Sinking serve, Wynn on the back pedal. Siemens almost collided with Wynn, so just had to send it over from the back line. The block goal from Rogers. Another try. Rogers on the pogo stick gets it up. And Gillens gets it down. Delaware gets the side out back and restores a 7-point lead. The grad senior, Lily Rogers. Good handle of that service from Barrett. It catches the antenna, though, and Delaware up by 8. Rogers, who started her career second team all-conference, but was stuck behind SB Boston Ronlaw, finally getting her opportunity in this her extra year. Hens could not get it to her for a set this time as it floated over, and Towson able to put it away easily. And the Tigers trying to stay afloat here in the second set that Delaware has controlled almost the entire way. Towson within 7 thanks to the put away from Calendar. It'll be Kaitlyn Moran. Serving for Towson. Double-figure assists in every match as a rookie. A career best 28. In the win last week against Seton Hall. Can do a little bit of everything. Good serve here. Scrambling win. Delaware able to get it over. But now Towson on the attack. And good work from Aaron Brothers. Another center set for Towson leads to a point. And great to see Brothers back. If you're the Tigers, injured at the end of last season. And Hens able to get the point of the side out back, not allowing Towson to build any momentum here in the second set. Taylor Holly serving for UD. In the center, Rogers took a false step, and that was all she wrote. Good vision from Sarah Calendar. The transfer from William and Mary, able to get the side out back, and it'll be her turn on serve. First season with the Tigers after she played 34 matches in her 2 years with the Tribe. Holly collides with Wynn, who has to bump it over. And Brothers puts it away again. Aaron Brothers. That big knee brace doesn't seem to be bothering her too badly. Towson's got a little momentum. Delaware will take a timeout. We'll take it with the Hens. Set 2. Hens trailing by a set, but up by 5. Back at the Bob in a moment. This is Delaware Volleyball on Flow Sports. Aaron Brothers returning to the lineup yesterday for Towson, but really returning to form here this afternoon for the Tigers. Trying to get Towson back in the second set. They took the first, they trailed by 5, and now it's Raina Hughes, and it's spoiled by Callender. Delaware organized nicely, and Whitfield Moss sends it down. Today, Whitfield Moss, the 2023 CAA All-Rookie Team selection, making a vie for All-Conference so far this year. Towson off balance. Barrett, though, able to erase that with a good swing. Siemens had it dug out by Stewart. They go the other side. Bad set. Left Nakai with no chance. And Hens will take it back up by 7. And Don Meadow didn't like what he saw out of the timeout. He takes one quickly in response here for Towson. Running out of time in this second set. Well, you expect back and forth. Second set has been an issue this weekend for Towson. They scored just 12 points in the second yesterday. That put them in a 2-0 hole. Today it was Delaware dropping the first set and needing the response, but finding it against the Tigers. Back to that last play. Good work from Quinn. Stewart has been in good defensive position today, but the missed set there from Kaitlyn Moran. Rookie mistake, still going to see that sometimes. And Kim Lambert's team, they will take it very clean in this second set. We've seen pretty clean effort from Delaware. Blue Hen team that learned some valuable lessons in non-conference play. Really challenged this group. A lot of new pieces. Mentioned all the losses from last year's championship team, but they didn't ease in to the schedule. They played Michigan to start the season in Ann Arbor, and then they went to Iowa a weekend later, almost got both those victories, and even though they were heartbreaking defeats, learned a lot about what it takes to beat good teams. A much better set leads to a good result for Ava Nakai, and the side out to Towson. Tigers back within 6. Sydney Sword serving for Towson. Rogers taking charge. Siemens. That one stays in. Great finish from Savannah Siemens on a cross-court play. Saw her try it a little earlier. The tape was unkind. This time got enough. And Siemens has worked that cross-court finish throughout this campaign. Barrett up near the net. Wynn read it. Siemens got a lot on that one for an off-balance swing. And now Delaware an opportunity here. It's Johnson. Just wide of that end line. And Towson will not go away here in the second set, hanging in, back within 6. And sending Macy Jesse out to serve. Wynn handles it nicely. Rogers had to go off the net, came right back. And Delaware will take the point. Zaire Abdul-Rahim was immediately questioning the call, but Don Meadow sits down. He will not challenge. And the Hens up by 7. Scramble, Jesse diving to keep that one up, but Barrett airmails it, and the Hens up 20-12. The leadership from Kira Johnson, along with Lily Rogers, running things out there with Siemens serving. Barrett had it deflected, but Able to get it up, fighting it through Rogers to the side out back to Towson. Kelsey Botoff will enter for the first time, the transfer from Azusa Pacific in her first season at Towson. Played 29 matches during her time out west. Here's Rogers setting up Johnson. Kira Johnson, every time she gets an opportunity, she seems to make the most of it. That's Lily Rogers. Just how underrated Kira Johnson is this week. And Rogers sighed and said, it's just amazing that she doesn't get more credit from the rest of the league, considering what she has done during her Blue Hen career. That one catching the tape. Good reaction from Whitfield Moss, and Stewart again using the back of the hand. Whitfield Moss had it blocked. Towson, good organization here. Abdul Rahim gets the point, and the Tigers back within 7. Back White on for the second time. She'll get a chance to serve for Towson. They need a run here. Down by 7, second set. Siemens able to keep that one going on the back pedal. But Dillon's had it set right back at her. Zaire Abdul Rahim has Towson within 6. Well, 2 seasons ago, Abdul Rahim was top 6 in the conference in kills. She led a very good Hofstra team. Last year, didn't even play the last month of the season. And continues to make her impact felt, as you might have ordered that one with the blocking presence. And Delaware will take a timeout. The Tigers string together a couple points. And back within 5 in this second set. The calmness of Kim Lambert, even when she's stressing a point that she needs made with her team. She says runs counter to everything inside her. She's a highly emotional person that runs in her family, but she knows it's her job to stay calm for her team. And her staff does a good job helping her in that as well. To bring the fire in practice in the meeting room, but inside the match, she wants to stay composed, so it helps her players do the same. Talked to Savannah Siemens about that a few weeks ago, and she said, in match, Kim is a source of confidence for this team. Really trusts whatever message she imparts. And there's total buy-in from this group. It's one of the nice parts about having so much experience, especially among the leadership ranks. The culture that's been built here at Delaware. Coaching staff establishes it. Leaders portray it and then teach it to the youngsters. And a service here from Matt White. That doesn't hurt. And Delaware 3 points away from taking this second set. Raina Hughes returns. And a right checks out for Delaware. Lily Rogers to serve for the Blue Hen. Abdul Rahim. And that's too many anyway for Delaware, but they couldn't get it over. And Towson continues to hang in there, back within 5. Running out of time, though. Can't trade points at this juncture of the second set if they want to get back in it. Moran. Gillens sent back, but Siemens was there. Another try for Anna Logan. Touch play, finds an opening. Now the freshman sensation, First State native Taylor Holly. Use the tape attack there to get it over. Calendar, though, able to handle it. Good dig from Wynn. On a tee for Aaron Brothers. And you can see her looking more comfortable out there after returning for the injury yesterday. Has found her form here this afternoon. Some timely points for Towson. Do they have time in this second set? Down by 5. As Delaware 2 points away from evening the match. Ruthless from the Delaware marketing staff as Towson cleaning up a wet spot. They go right to the Jeopardy thing. Here's Calendar. Deep service here, and it's set point for Delaware. Kaitlyn's win, trying to even up this match. Win was there. Hughes puts it down. Delaware takes set 2, and we're all tied up. Raina Hughes, the transfer from Syracuse, delivers, and Delaware responds. 1 set apiece. Back with set number 3 in a moment. This is Delaware Volleyball on Flow Sports.
Delaware has made great strides in helping women find gainful employment in the skilled trades, and we've only just begun.
I was a single mother of 2 little ones, and Local 199 had my back. After I got this job, it seemed like my income changed double.
Definitely a lot of opportunities.
Higher wages for women means better lives for Delaware families.
The Delaware Department of Labor. Great opportunities and possibilities await, and here's where you find them.
What is Easter Seals?
What is Easter Seals?
Easter Seals provides services that give children the power to succeed. People with disabilities a place in their community. Seniors and caregivers the support that they need. For over 75 years, Easter Seals Delaware and Maryland's Eastern Shore has been changing lives. We're hiring people who want to change lives. We're hiring people who want to build a better community. Come, join us.
When a loved one faces serious illness, your world can become a labyrinth of choices. But with Delaware Hospice, you're not alone navigating the path. From diagnosis onward, we're at your side with more comprehensive, serious illness care than any other area provider. Our holistic care meets your loved one's physical, emotional, and spiritual needs, often in the comfort of their home. You're not alone. Contact us today.
This is the CAA on Flow Sports.
Attention Blue Hen fans, we're excited to announce that Grain Craft Bar and Kitchen is the official post-game spot for Delaware football. Bring your UD pride from the stadium and go to any of Grain's 5 locations after the game. Regulars have been enjoying Grain Craft Bar and Kitchen since 2015 for live music, great food, and fun.
And now open, Grain Exchange is across the street from Delaware Stadium with an outdoor bar, stage, live music, and food. Grain Craft Bar and Kitchen is built by Blue Hens for Blue Hens.
Did you know Delaware has beautiful beaches, unique breweries, and outdoor fun for days? It's got a little something for the night owls and the adventurous types. There's plenty of fun for the entire family and no shortage of award-winning date night options. There's endless discoveries in Delaware, and if you play your cards right, you might even get to experience them for yourself. Plan your own adventure at visitdelaware.com.
Athletic training staff working on that right arm of Kira Johnson, which has been so pivotal for Delaware, led the way in the Hens, rallying back to take the second set, 25-18. So we're deadlocked a set apiece. Hens hitting at 355 for the match. Towson, which spent the opening set well above the 400 clip efficiency-wise, easy for you to say. Back down to 294 for the match. So the Hens feeling good. By the way, the field hockey match over at Rouleau Stadium has gone final. Delaware took the 11th ranked team in the country into overtime, but drops a heartbreaker on a penalty stroke goal in the 62nd minute. So a sudden death victory for the Huskies, 2-1. That ends the Blue Hens winning streak, but game effort today by Delaware as Rolf Vander Kerkhoff's team continues to show a return to form this season. Volleyball looking to put a punctuation mark on Parents and Family Weekend. It began with a field hockey victory on Friday. Soccer got a win. Volleyball victorious yesterday morning. Football, a 49-0 rout of Sacred Heart. And now the volleyball team going for the weekend sweep of Towson as the third set underway. And Abdul Rahim eats up Lily Rogers. Towson scores the first point. Kaitlyn Moran, the unsung heroes for this Towson team. The freshman, good serve, but the freshman able to get it for Delaware. Holly, cross-court play, though, goes wide, and it's 2-0 Towson. Brady Hughes, who's had some nice finishes today, but wide that time. Into the net, service here, and back to Delaware on the side out. Fourth service here of the day for Towson. Hens have been much better on serve. It was really the only thing the coaching staff had to lament yesterday. Delaware swinging big on the serve, so you can live with some service errors, but you don't want to creep into the double digits. Here's Wright on point, only 3 today for the Hens. Holly cannot fight that one off. Aaron Brothers again. Her 6th kill of the match. And Towson up by 2 in this third set. Calendar serving for Towson. Late reaction. And the ace for Calendar. Mentioned her time at William & Mary. She's a Virginia native, was the state player of the year her senior season. Barrett had that one put on a tee, and an easy put away. Towson scoring 5 out of 6 to start this third set, and Delaware will take a timeout. It was the mishandle that cost the Hens there. You give an opportunity like that to a player with Victoria Barrett's skill set, she's not going to miss. And Kim Lambert, no choice but to take the timeout. She said it after yesterday's match. It was not Towson's day. We played a fantastic game, Lambert said yesterday, and jumped all over a young team. It snowballed on them in the second set, and they had a hard time bouncing back. But she expected them to be ready to go today, and have they ever been? Fast start in set number one. And then a nice response here in set three. Delaware needs an answer themselves. Attention to detail has been the big calling card for this team all this season. The younger players in new roles, they've shown flashes of brilliance. Saw it on display on Saturday. Saw it for 2 sets at Michigan, for 2 sets at Iowa. But gotta sweat the small things on every single point, and they've been getting better in that avenue. See if they can get it here. Siemens, not a good first touch. And Towson up 6-1. So Calendar's got a little roll going. Holly takes command. Rogers sets up Johnson, who fights it through Barrett. And a side out to Delaware. Hens really needed that. And a Logan Gillens checks in along the front line for UD. Siemens to serve for Delaware. See if their serving ace can get something going. First touch, not a good one, and Delaware able to take advantage. Gillens, the hammer, and the Hens back within 3. The credit to Siemens on that serve. 8 the Tigers up. That one played almost defensively by Calendar. Same thing here. Barrett, though, gets it blocked. Gillens goes down, and the Hens have to send it over. Giving Towson a great opportunity. Guess who? Barrett. Wide, and the Hens will take it. That's why Don Meadow lamenting how often they have to go to Barrett. The defense just paying her so much attention, really narrowing the windows on those finishes. Back to Barrett again, this time able to put it away. And that ends a string of 3 in a row for the Hens. Side out to Towson, up by 3. Johnson on the diving dig try. It books wide for Kaitlyn Moran, and another finish from Garrett Johnson. Delaware back with it a deuce, scoring for the last 5. Barrett got right to commit. Thought she read the touch play, and Barrett got enough to go over the top. Good vision from Victoria Barrett. That's what leaping ability can do. Gives you an extra second to make the defense commit. Here's Macy Jesse serving for Towson. You hear the communication there from Delaware. Rogers tried to finish it on her own. Good reaction from Lazda off the block. Gillens right down the heart. Got a fingertip from Elena Demango, but you're not stopping that unless you block it flush. And now Lily Rogers' turn on serve for UD. Barrett tried to catch him napping. Gillens hustled over. Hughes had it blocked. Rogers scrambling. Gillens has it sent back. Demango did catch that one flush. And Towson fired up. The Tigers up by 3. Barrett will get a breather as they'll check in Mac White to serve. A set apiece. Towson's led the whole way here in this third set. Center line violation. Point goes to Towson. Gillens has got a bit too much on that first touch. Rogers tried to make the most of it, but couldn't keep her body back. Here comes White yet again. Same result. And another point to Towson. Demango, the put away. Five-point edge. We're going to see Jada Red for the first time here today. Two freshmen from Orlando, Florida. Only art major on the team. Try to draw up a comeback here for Delaware. Handles the serve for the Hens. Gets an opportunity near the net. Got a lot on it, but Stewart able to dig it out. And then great effort from Wynn, but just too much power from the Tigers. Abdul Rahim. As Towson doubling up Delaware in this third set. Service there. Hens needed a break. They get one. See if they can do anything with it. So Red sits down. Not bad work for her. They're one of those young players the coaching staff really high on. There's a lot of experience. She's got to fight her way through. Here's Holly serving for Delaware. Deflected wide as Hughes got a piece but couldn't get enough. And Towson continues to roll here in this third set. Demango serving for the Tigers and airmails it. Hens needed that one. Service air brings them back within 5. So now it's Cadence Wynn's turn. Good first touch again. Blocked though there from Kira Johnson. Hens get a piece. Wynn off balance. Great dive from Holly. Siemens gets it over. UD scrambling. Siemens had it deflected. Barrett on the back pedal. And what an effort by Calendar as Towson outlasts the Hens on a fantastic point. You think both teams don't want this? Delaware out of system, got back in. Barrett, fantastic play. And then Calendar snuck it through Johnson. Back to action. Hens from the center. Johnson can't put it down. Calendar, the touch play, but Siemens read it. Hughes had it deflected. It somehow stays in. Johnson had it blocked. And Johnson could not block it herself. As Towson able to overwhelm the blocking line. To Kai the finish. And a huge counter punch from Towson forces another Delaware timeout. We'll take it with the Hens. Down by 7 in this pivotal third set. Back with much more Delaware volleyball on Flow Sports in a moment. Back in the Bob Carpenter Center, Delaware needs to thwart the momentum that Towson has built. Kim Lambert calling another timeout. Her team trailing by 7. Each team has won a set. Rita Hughes sending it over. Calendar having it sent back by Kira Johnson. Big block from the 5th-year senior. And Hannah Wright comes on to serve for UD. Down by 6. Towson has led almost the entire way in this third set. Barrett for the back line. Rogers read that the whole way. Set out in front of Siemens, but Barrett was there. Again, the Hens thwart the touch play. Set was a tad off. Holly able to scramble up. Siemens, though, has to just send it over. Calendar got it through Johnson, and a side out to Towson. This third set is what we're used to seeing in these Delaware-Towson matchups. The Tigers, always part of their game plan, try to get Delaware out of system as much as possible. We see so many long rallies. Now the scramble from both teams has been fun to watch. The service error here gets the side out back to Delaware. But Towson is getting the best of Delaware on too many of these long points. Savannah Siemens to serve for UD. Barrett off the blocking line. Siemens was there. Gillens fights it through the block. Barrett another try and finds that back line. Towson continues to trade points with Delaware, and they're all right with that. Up by 7 in the third set. Towson's efficiency has returned back up to 326 for the match. Win down to get that one. Gillens able to find the fingertip of DeMango, which leads to the kill and gets Delaware back within 6. Here's Johnson. Sinking serve. Barrett able to take charge and come downhill for the put away. There's no stopping that. Good first touch from Barrett, and then they set her right up. So effective along those pins. Here's Macy Jesse. Another service turn for the Tigers. Whitfield Moss had it rejected. Another try for her, and too deep. Towson by 8. Hence my challenge that this caught a fingertip near the net. Believe that's what we are seeing here from Kim Lambert. Don Meadow all smiles with his team right now, and understandably so, if they have controlled this third set. Talked about the challenges that Delaware took on during the non-conference portion of the season. Towson normally builds their schedule like that, but this year they elected to take a different path. So many new players. They knew they'd be without Aaron Brothers early in the year. As you watch this play again, didn't catch a fingertip as Barrett got up. Hard to tell. The officials will slow it down frame by frame. But the Towson coaching staff said with Lazda and Chaich and Rachel Hess, their libero, moving on, they filled the absences with so many inexperienced players, even some freshmen. He wanted to ease his team into the season and try to build some confidence. So they played some teams that were in similar spots in terms of inexperience and program strength, and consequently they were able to build that confidence. You're not as battle-tested as you're used to being this time of the season. And that bit him in the backside on Saturday. Hens playmakers came out swinging. Delaware stayed in system and went to the attack, took advantage, jumped on him in the first set, got out to a huge lead in set number 2. And Towson really never found its sea legs. Something similar has kind of happened here today. It was Towson playing from in front almost that entire first set. Delaware did respond in set number 2, but Towson has controlled this third set. And this is a close point. You can see an extended review here of whether there was a touch. Both coaches using it as a free timeout. And you can see that circular device that allows them to go quite literally frame by frame. They can slow it down. I mean, these is centimeters. They're trying to make these decisions based upon. Sometimes it's just a question of, did you trim your nails or not? Unfortunately for Towson, they did. Barrett misses the touch. And the challenge fails. The lead stays at 8 for Towson. So now it's facing Jesse again. Back to work on serve. Wide of the line from Gillen. And a 9-point edge here for Towson. The other way, Whitfield Moss had it blocked. What an effort by Stewart into the umpire's stand. Whitfield Moss, though, able to get it down. And the Hens get the side out back as we'll have to adjust that umpire stanchion by the net. Sydney Stewart, you talk about leaving it all out there. Went diving head first into the ladder as you see him climb back up. Smile on his face. Good balance, by the way, to hold on. There's Lily Rogers serving for Delaware. Barrett for that back corner, too deep. Back-to-back points for Delaware is their time in this third set. Can the Hens find a little comeback magic? Rogers serving for UD. Into the net, service there. Fourth of the game for Delaware. Don Meadow making a decision. He had been subbing Victoria Barrett out on serve, but he will let her take a try here in this third set. We've seen the jump serve in the opening set, and boy, did she bring a good one there. Siemens went down to get it. The block has the Hens scrambling a bit. Siemens for the back line. And now an opportunity for Towson. Bad set, though, and the Hens take advantage. Tanner Holly will check in. Wet spot on the floor from where Siemens went diving down to get that powerful jump serve from Barrett. Here's Holly, the St. Mark's product. Coaches talk about her mental toughness, so impressive as a freshman. The serve looks pretty good as well. An ace. And the Hens back within 6. Jim Lambert said she moves on to the next play like she's been playing college volleyball for 3 or 4 years. Next play not as kind here. Too strong on the serve. And the air gives the side out to Towson. 3 points away from going up a set in the third. DeMango. Right down the middle. Whitfield Moss. And Gary Johnson will return for UD along that front line. Nice late adjustment there to avoid the blocking line. Win serving for the Hens. Another block. Siemens and Johnson put up the wall. Holly fought that one off, but no one home for Delaware. And Towson puts it away. Brothers finding the opening. And the Tigers 2 points away from capturing this third set. It'll be Moran. Holly on the back pedal. And Hughes absolutely stonewalled by Callender. Set point for Towson. Stewart again able to dig one out. Callender another try. Hens keep it up. Stewart, good handle. Barrett for the back line, touch play. Rogers diving in. And Siemens got a touch. Delaware stays afloat in this third set. Don Meadow talking about it with the officials, but will not challenge the call. Victoria Barrett asking for an explanation as well. And a right to serve for Delaware. They need 7 in a row to extend this third set. Good serve. Barrett has to just send it over. Johnson keeps the set going. Kira Johnson has Delaware within 6. Right, such a spark plug for this Delaware team. Really brings the emotion out there. Does she have a run in her? Callender puts it away, and Towson able to take the third set. A wire-to-wire win for the Tigers, and Delaware will need a response. Towson up a set, headed to the fourth. UD will look to rally. We're back with set number 4 in a moment. This is Delaware Volleyball on Flow Sports.
Jamie, my apartment was robbed last night. If only Progressive had renter's insurance like their home insurance.
That way we could bundle our cars and get the same 24/7 protection.
Totally.
Totally is the best word ever.
Totally.
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 Towson took the first set. Delaware responded by capturing the second, but impressive bounce back from the Tigers as they're up 2-1. We get set for the start of set number 4 for Delaware. The Hens' upcoming schedule, another home weekend coming up. Pair of 1 p.m. games at the Bob next Saturday and Sunday as they'll welcome in the UNCW Seahawks. And then a road trip to William and Mary before Northeastern comes to town October 19th through the 20th. You catch every Delaware volleyball game on Flow Sports. The home games, we'd love to see you at the Bob. Be a part of this fantastic atmosphere. Tickets available at bluehens.com. This gritty Delaware team has to come from behind. Something they have not been forced to do yet this year. They've been a front-running group all this season. Lost a straight sets affair to San Jose State. The other 2 setbacks coming in 5 sets. And in both of those contests, they were up 2-0. So it was the other team routing back. And in all of their wins, they have had the lead. So all that means is they're due. We'll see as we start this 4th set. Seaman off the bounce. Good play from Calendar to keep it up. Sets up Barrett, who gets it down. Just inside the end line. And again, Towson scores first. Calendar still on serve for the Tigers. Johnson off the shoulder, the freshman to Cobb. Barrett had it go off the hands of Johnson. Siemens has it ricochet. And Stewart will set up the Cobb. Wright went down to get it. Siemens. Wow. What a bounce as the quick reflexes from Towson kept it up. Then Calendar fights it off. And the Kai puts it away. What work from Towson. fantastic work from this young Towson group. Here's Rogers setting up Seaman. Barrett, great opportunity here. Blocking line got a piece. Siemens cannot beat Stewart. Barrett had it blocked, put wide, and it's 3 in a row to start for Towson. They can hear the fans urging Delaware on. A lot of time left, but the Hens were really hoping to get to a fast start here. It has not gone that way. Rogers, big response for Delaware. Grinning ear to ear as the setter turns into the finisher. Here's Seaman serving for UD. Seaman's able to handle that one from Barrett. Sets up Gillens. Off balance. Callender took one in the head as she fought it off, but inside the line, the Tigers get the side out back thanks to Victoria Barrett. Sadie Stewart serving the junior. The coach still calls her Sid the Kid. Plays with such a youthful exuberance. An exuberant reaction there for the Delaware bench as Kira Johnson gets the side out back for UD. He loves that side hop cross court finish. Has perfected that approach. Callender able to handle the serve. What a dig from right. In the center, and Demango got just enough. And the center sets have been working nicely here today for Towson. Don Meadow said this week we've been going too much to the outside. Need to set the center more. And they have here this afternoon. Gillens off of 2 bounces. Towson has to send it over. Gives Delaware golden opportunity, and Rogers does it again. The future doctor diagnosing an opening here for Delaware and trying to give the Hens a little life. St. Louis, Missouri native. Serving here for Delaware. Back to Barrett. And Barrett continues to put on a show. Her 17th kill of the match. Nothing anyone could do. 3-point Towson lead. Barrett, another turn. We saw her put a fantastic jump serve together last time. Handled better here from Seaman. And Whitfield Moss got just enough as she overpowered the blocking line and the side out back to UD. Hens hitting percentage down to 286. Remember, it was up near 400 after the third set. Deep serve there from Taylor Holly. Off the shoulder of Rogers. Siemens from the center. And now Towson can get organized. Barrett for that back line had it blocked. The kick goes under the net. And Delaware back within a single score. That was Asia Murray off the bench and immediately making an impact with those long arms. And it looks like we'll get a challenge here from Don Meadow. I assume he is challenging a center line violation, potentially from Delaware. We are set up across the court from the official scorer and from where the review takes place. So we don't get word of what the challenge is. Try to speculate as best we can. We put up the card right away. The city official immediately over to the monitor to check things out. Does feel like an important point. Still a lot of time left in this fourth set, but the Hens trying to grab momentum back. And maybe Don Meadow sensing that a little bit. Thought he could get a call, but also trying to stem things for the Hens. Although this is a quick review, so we shall see. I might have spoke too soon. The official goes back to the monitor. We look again. Was it Whitfield Moss there? Did she go too far? So much fun watching Whitfield Moss play this game. And then to have Asia Murray out there and making an impact. And, it is a center line violation. Good challenge from Don Meadow. And the point comes off the board and goes to Towson. So the 2-point swing has Delaware down by 3. The KG vet gets a big one for his team. As his assistant coaching up the rotation, wanted to make sure they get that sub in. And signaling out which way the serve will come here from Kelsey Bota. Good decision there from Taylor Holly. Towson started to celebrate, was trying to buy the call, but it goes just wide as Holly moved at the last instance. And Delaware back within a deuce. Caden Swin serving for the Hens. Abdul Rahim overpowering Johnson. And Towson just won't let Delaware build any momentum. The last 2 sets, it sort of suffocated the Hens. Get a lead and then trade points. Buy time and then put together a little rally. Here comes Moran. That one's deep. Another service here. The Tigers giving Delaware a little help. And a right to serve for Delaware. Brothers met at the net, but Siemens sent it back wide, and the shot out to Towson. So Calendar to serve for the Tigers. Rogers in front of Johnson. Got just enough. Stewart couldn't go get it. And a side out to Delaware. Judy hoping to force a 5th set. Towson winning the first and the third. Sandwiched in between. The Hens controlled set number 2. Siemens serving. To Barrett. Rogers too far in front of Johnson. Collision there for Towson. Barrett floats it. It caught the antenna. No. Beg your pardon. A violation to Delaware and a point to the Tigers. Stewart service here, 3rd in the last 5 service tries for Towson. That's keeping Delaware in this 4th set. Talk about buying some time. Delaware doing exactly that. Hanging around. Can they find their footing here? Johnson at Calendar, backing up. Barrett coming downhill. And that's a bad sign for UD. Another put away, the 20th of the match for Victoria Barrett. Cool demeanor, never seems to get phased, but every once in a while you see some fire from her. And she has brought it today. Here's Gillens bringing it, but blocked to the net by DeMango. Touch play, read by Gillens. They set up Murray. And Asia Murray gets the side out back to Delaware. The Chicago, Illinois native, great story. UD coaches actually found her at one of their volleyball camps. She was a basketball player who came to the camp with a former head coach of the basketball team, Natasha Adair's daughter, Allie. They've taught her the sport, and she continues to find a role as Rogers, the service there, the side out back to Towson. So Barrett to serve. Towson up by 3. Getting near the stage where that next run might prove decisive, especially if it comes from Towson. But another service error. The 11th of the match, the 4th of the set, and Delaware hanging tough, down by 2. Fans taking some photographs with the flash on. Kind of an old school problem here at the Bob. Don Meadow asking PA announcer to address that with the crowd. Somebody put the iPhone setting on the wrong button. Here's Holly serving for Delaware. Abdul Rahim could not fight it through Murray. They set up Siemens. And Siemens able to deliver. Delaware back within 1. Good block combination there up front. Whitfield Moss and Asia Murray. Here's Holly again. And Barrett backpedaling. Calendar, though, puts it down in front of the freshman. Impressive day from Sarah Calendar. That is her 10th kill of the afternoon. And a lot of top spin on that one. DeMango serving for Towson. Rogers set up Murray, but the block was there. Calendar had it rejected. Murray sending it back. Murray leaving the floor at the wrong spot. Very precise when you rotate off. Kim Lambert still coaching her up. We mentioned that she's very raw. Not play high school volleyball early in her career. They have taught her from pretty much square one. Good move by Whitfield Moss on the diving dig. Siemens finds the end line, and Delaware ties it up. Great work from Whitfield Moss. Pretty good set on the bump from Holly, and Siemens did the rest, but a service error gives the lead right back to Towson. So now it's the Tigers freshman, Kaitlyn Moran. On 3 consecutive Georgia State titles at Mount Moran High School. Trying to help Towson to a championship this year. Whitfield Moss, too strong. And the Tigers up by 2. If Towson wants a chance at the regular season, this feels like a must-win match. They would fall 2.5 behind Delaware in the standings if they fall today. Rogers setting up Johnson. Boom! Puts it down. And ends hanging in there. Back within a point. Moran tried to react, but too strong from Johnson. Wright checks in to serve for UD. Archmere product has really developed into his serving specialist role for Delaware. Wynn accidentally sent that one over. Sets up Calendar, and she gets it through. That first touch for the Hens, they could not control it. It floated all the way over the net. And that gave Towson a golden opportunity. Tigers by a 2, serving Sarah Calendar. Johnson able to get it through Barrett, who got a big piece, but could not keep the block up for her teammates. And Kira Johnson hitting a robust 478, her 12th kill of the game. Here's Siemens. Back to Barrett. Siemens diving to dig it. Gillens. Another quick reflex play from Towson, but an opportunity here for Delaware. Johnson stumbling, had to just knuckle that one over. At a point to Delaware. And the Hens drawing even on the long rally. Big crowd. They've been into it the entire day. Trying to will the home team to a 5th set. Calendar went down to get that one. Barrett off of Johnson. Gillens heads up play, gets to her feet. No touch. Side out Towson. They're back in front. And now Stewart will serve for Towson. Eats up right. Ace Sydney Stewart. A huge point. Tigers 7 away from taking this match. Neither team has made a big run here in this 4th set. A must-win for Delaware. Johnson off the shoulder and wide as Moran could not fight that one off. And Delaware side out back within 1. Johnson's turn on serve for UD. Barrett off to the side, able to handle it. DeMango got a piece. It catches the shoulder of Murray. And Towson, a pivotal point to get the serve back and a 2-point advantage again. Great effort from Wright, but DeMango stuck with it. And a fist pump afterwards for the native of Italy. Here's Macy Jesse. Right, good communication. Rogers goes to Gillens. And Stewart again just keeps spoiling Delaware's efforts. And that one went around the pin. Delaware gets a gift. Hens within 1. Timeout called by the Tigers. We'll take it with Towson. 19-18 in the 4th set. Delaware must win to extend the match. We'll be back to see if Towson can finish it off or the Hens can rally. This is Delaware Volleyball on Flow Sports. This tight-knit Delaware team, the euphoria of yesterday's 4-set win against Towson, got their winning streak to 5, improved their record to 3-0 in conference play. But you knew Towson would respond in the back end of this weekend doubleheader. Now, the Tigers have done exactly that. Towson would won 4 straight CAA championships until Delaware finally broke through, beating Towson in their building in a championship match a year ago. Taking the first and third sets today, Delaware must win this 4-set to force a decisive fifth. Rogers serving for the Hens. And Barrett able to fight it through Murray on the side out back to Towson. They continue to go to Victoria Barrett. Towson coaches said that's who we are this year. And she's come through 21 times today. Gillen steps up for the back line. Siemens brought a little something extra. Calendar, though, hustling over. Delaware still an opportunity here. They set up Whitfield. Moss. Stewart fought it, but Barrett couldn't keep it in play. Huge point for Delaware. You can't count anything with Sydney Stewart out there. She's working magic on the digs. But the Hens really bringing the power. Good serve from Delaware. Touch play is not quite there. Yes, it is. Holly went down and tried to get it. Might have been a double contact there for UD. Timeout, UD. Running out of time. Towson 4 points away from salvaging the weekend split. This has been exactly what we expected coming in. Yesterday, the exception to what we have seen the last 2 years when these teams have squared off. Both regular season matches last year went 5 sets. Almost every single one a seesawing thriller. 4 of the 10 sets of the regular season went beyond 25 points. Yesterday, Delaware able to run away a bit in the second set, and then relatively uneventful in set 4. But the Hens knew they would see a different Towson team, and an impressive response from the Tigers. They have played from in front most of the first, third, and now 4 sets. Can they hang on and get the win? Devango's service. Rogers sets up Murray. It comes right back at her. Win a diving dig. Whitfield Moss got it off. Huge point for Delaware. What an effort from Kaitlyn's win. And then Brothers couldn't get the clean block as Whitfield Moss's power comes through. Nice dig from Calendar. Abdul-Rahim had it sent back. Stewart, though, there again. Another try. That one goes wide. And we are tied. That blocking presence forcing Abdul-Rahim to try for the line, and she just missed. Wynn serving for the lead. Back to Abdul-Rahim. Wynn was there. Whitfield Moss had it sent back. Siemens will get a turn. Stewart another diving dig, but a miss bump by Brothers. Delaware in front. Timeout, Towson, as the Bob is loving it. 3 in a row from UD. They're 3 points away from forcing a 5th set. Kira Johnson, Anna Logan Gillens, and Janae Whitfield-Moss, all in double figures for Delaware. Johnson and Whitfield-Moss doing it at ridiculously efficient clips. Kira hitting 480, Janae at 474. And Don Meadows' team has to regroup if they don't want to work another set this afternoon. You'd have to anticipate they'll be looking for Barrett. Back to that last point. Brothers, remember, there's still going to be some rust. How to work her way back from the injury suffered at the end of last regular season. Came back yesterday, much more effective here today. But the Hens up by 1 and serving 3 points away from sending this match the distance. Wynn going to keep this 3-point rally with that diving dig a moment ago, serving for UD. Center play, Brothers, diving dig from Rogers. Towson an opportunity. They go to Abdul Rahim, and she fights it through Johnson. Tied again at 22. Side out to Towson. And now the ball placed to the hands of a true freshman for the Tigers, Kaitlyn Moran. Serves it to a freshman, Taylor Holly. And a miss hit. Whitfield-Moss had it come off her hands funny, and Towson 2 points away from taking the match. Back to work for Moran. Good first touch. Rogers and Wynn a little off kilter. It comes back to Seaman. It comes back to Whitfield-Moss, and it's match point for Towson thanks to Sarah Callender. Timeout Delaware. Callender on the descent. Just kept that hand there. And Sydney Stewart celebrating with Callender, as is Zaire Abdul-Rahim, as the Hens up against it now. Delaware electrifying the Bob with 3 in a row, but Towson answering with 3 straight on her own. So Kim Lambert trying to find one last trick up her collective sleeve as the cheerleaders try to bring the juice back inside the Bob. The chess match. We talked about the contrasting styles of these two teams. They're more similar in many ways this year. The first set, they just came out swinging. There were no long rallies whatsoever. Delaware found its form in set number 2. Much more efficient. But Towson, in that third set, the extended rallies, getting Delaware into a scramble mode. They were able to take control of the match. Done it with effective blocking here in this fourth set. And they are serving for the match. The freshman Kaitlyn Moran trying to get this win for Towson. Rogers sets up Johnson. Moran sends it over. Back to Johnson. And she got just enough. So now it's Delaware's serving specialist. Hannah Wright needs one more to extend his fourth set. Still up against match point. Stewart cut in front. They go to the freshman, but it's blocked by Johnson. Siemens the block. Barrett into the net. Delaware ties it up. What a comeback from the Hens. Wright still serving. As Barrett just couldn't get it off. To the freshman, Nakai. And that one stays in. Match point for Delaware. Beg your pardon. Set point for Delaware. Wow. Got ahead of myself there. Feels like the fifth set. It's only the fourth. Set point for the Hens, and Towson fights it all. So now it'll be Sarah Callender serving for Towson. Sending it over on the dive was Holly. For the corner, Wynn got a piece. Delaware can't get it over, and they'll have to fight off another match point. Every time Delaware's throwing a punch, Towson has had a counter. What an effort from Wynn. And now it's Callender for the match. Johnson off balance, touch play. Back of the hand, save from Nakai. Rogers back to Johnson. It's blocked. Siemens. And Stewart keeps it up, giving an opportunity to Nakai. Wynn was there. Siemens again. Stewart spoils it. And that one goes wide. Delaware fighting off another match point. Again, I apologize for getting ahead of myself, but does this feel like a fifth set or what? Both teams laying it out there. Delaware trying to get it to a fifth. Tied at 26 here in set number 4. And their best server, one of the best in program history, Savannah Siemens. Barrett had it blocked. Another try. Same result. Set point for the Hens. Rogers and Johnson. Siemens back to work. Brothers puts it away. Tied again. Sydney Stewart. Last year was top 10 in the CAA in aces. Deep serve. Siemens able to get it. Rogers goes to Johnson. Bump set for Gillens. Off balance play goes Delaware's way. Moran couldn't get enough. Kira Johnson serving to get this to the fifth set. Another chance here for Delaware. Barrett handles that. Go right to her. Touch play. Good reflexes from Rogers. Gillens had it blocked, but it's down. Delaware forces a fifth. What a comeback from UD. The Bob is alive. We're back with a fifth set in a moment. This is Delaware Volleyball on Flow Sport. Now I got it.
Hey, these are tough conditions. Case is going to finish the drive.
You got it.
Keenum, go time.
If only there were backups in real life. But at least there's Progressive to protect your home and auto.
For extra delicious game days, just add Eckrich. And fill out the official bracket of the College Football Playoff at officialcfpbracketchallenge.com.
Sports. We promised you an exhilarating conclusion to Parents and Family Weekend here at the Nelson Athletic Complex on the campus of the University of Delaware, and we might have undersold it. That's how good this has been. Delaware and Towson, a rematch of the last two CAA championship matches, each team winning one. Delaware getting the better of the Tigers yesterday, and it's Towson up 2-1 with 3 match points. Delaware fighting them all off, then getting 2 more opportunities as the set continued before Delaware finally able to convert, force the 5th set, and the bomb absolutely exploded. I'm Matt Jennings, alongside our Hens All Access crew. We've got Nikki Regal, Chris Granata, Michelle Cano, Vivi O'Donnell, and Caleb Flieger, all working hard to bring you the pictures. And the Hens looking to bring the fireworks here in this 5th set. They are 1-2 this season when a match goes the distance. They beat Howard at the Bob in the home opener. They dropped 2 5-set heartbreakers on the road against Big Ten opponents in Michigan and Iowa. Towson went 5 sets to start the year, beat St. Francis, beat Lehigh in 5 sets to close out August. Dropped a 5-set contest against Tennessee Tech. And won a 5-setter to close out their first conference weekend against William and Mary. Big one here as the 5th set begins. Remember, we played a 15 now. And the first point belongs to Towson as the freshman Ava Nakai comes through for the Tigers. Sydney Stewart serving for Towson. Off the tape, great reaction from Holly. Look at that jump from Whitfield Moss. But Towson able to scramble. They send it over. Rogers to Johnson. Touch play. Stewart read it. Barrett too deep. And Strahl even get the side out. Wright, who had the big run on serve to get Delaware to this 5th set. We'll get another turn here. Stewart able to step up and handle that one. They go to the center and an easy put away. Demango delivers 2-1 Towson. Nakai sits down. Jesse comes in to serve for Towson. Siemens there for Delaware. Good first touch. Johnson out in front. Sent back. Barrett, the denial. And Towson up 2. Towson's been playing in front for 4 of the 5 sets now. Johnson punches it to the middle, but there was Jesse. 2 deep from Barrett as that blocking line continues to alter her angles. And a side out to Delaware, ends within 1. Siemens serving for UD. Oh, what a serve. Sinking in front of Stewart for the ace. #179th of her career. Back to Barrett. Siemens went down to get it. Right over to keep it alive. And Wynn sends it over. Abdul Rahim, the touch play. Wynn diving, but into the net. And Towson back in front. Great effort from the Hens. The tape unkind, though, and nothing Rogers could do. Wet spots all over the floor for Delaware. They've got bodies flying everywhere. Towson's goal coming in, trying to get the Hens scrambling and out of system. For the most part, they have been able to accomplish that, but give Delaware credit. Scrambling fools so far to get into this 5th set. Here's Mac White serving for the Tigers. Siemens down to get it. Gillens had it 8 up by Calendar. Abdul Rahim had it sent back. Stewart the diving deep, but Gillens hammers it home. Delaware back even. Got it down just in front of Zaire Abdul Rahim. And a chance to take the lead with Kira Johnson serving for UD. In the middle, great vision from Demango as she got it just past the diving try of Wright. Botoff will return, replacing Demango on serve. Azusa Pacific transfer. In her first year at Towson, serving to the center. Siemens, good handle. Gillens had it, sent back, but wide of the point to Delaware. Both teams were celebrating. Towson immediately calling on Don Meadow for the challenge. Now let's see if we can see that one more time. This is such an important call here as they will go to the monitor. Our Hens All Access crew had a pretty good look at it. Kim Lambert nodding. Says during these challenges, she's always preparing her team for any possibility. Don't want them to get rattled by a potential surprise. Both teams leaving it out there, but another 2-point swing here potentially. as they continue to look at that one. We had a pretty good view of it near the line. As we see it again, this is the tougher angle to see whether it came down wide or it caught that yellow tape. Again, they have the ability to slow it down and go frame by frame. They also have that camera that is on top of the pin. It gives them an extra view. And the replay system. That one is so close. You can see they zoom in as well. Amazing what technology makes possible these days. Such an important moment lying in the hands of the video review. Delaware team that will play 2 more at home next week against UNCW. Vying for a weekend sweep of Towson. And we will get the decision. It was touched at a point to Towson. Oh, they were reviewing the touch. I thought they were reviewing whether it caught the line or not staying in. At a disadvantage of sitting on the other side. So now the Hens down by 2. Remember playing to 15 in his 5th set. You can't afford to let Towson run away and hide. Botov back to work. Deep serve goes too far. And a service error, number 12 in the match for Towson, brings the Hens back within 1. Lily Rogers, the veteran who patiently waited her turn. And now the primary setter for this Delaware team. Really done a nice job running both the offense and defense here today. Getting a turn on serve. And a good one. Barrett eating up a bit. Nice bump set, though. And off the ricochet, it is put away. Calendar having herself a career afternoon. And Towson back up by 2. Got it off the fingertip of Murray. Again, a great effort from Wynn, but couldn't get there. Moran's turn. Rogers goes to Murray. Murray comes through. When it's your turn, you have to take advantage. And today it's been Asia Murray's turn, and she's come through with some big points. Holly serving to draw Delaware even in this 5th set. Back to Calendar. And a center line violation. Point goes to Towson. 2-point lead as we'll switch sides. These 5th sets are sprints. You can rally, but the early points are so important, and Delaware has already gone through the ringer in terms of high-stress points, having to fight off 4 separate match points in the 4th set, and now having to come back in set number 5. We return to action, and it's an ace. Calendar forces Delaware to take a timeout. This Blue Hen team done a really good job overcoming adversity. They have bounced back through some tough moments this year, the heartbreak of the losses on the road against the Big Ten when they thought they were in position to pull off some really special victories. And that was one of the question marks coming into this year, really, for both of these teams. Losing not just production, but vocal leaders inside the locker room who would be able to step up, steady things. When it comes off the rails, you hear the crowd at the Bob Carpenter Center, the cheerleaders helping spur them on, try to will the home team to a comeback here today. Great atmosphere. Everything you'd want out of a regular season college volleyball match. Perennial powers in the CAA squaring off as conference mates one last season. And maybe we'll see one more meeting in the postseason. But off the tape, Towson able to get that one over. Siemens looking for the middle. Stewart comes in, but no one there. And a side out to Delaware. A swooping dive from Stewart, but no one home near the net. Here's Kaitlyn's win. Good first touch. Brothers takes advantage. The serve-receive game has been pretty solid today from Towson. Delaware not bad in their own right. But the block from Barrett, and the Hens in trouble now. Trailing by 4 is Towson, 4 points away from winning this match. Nowhere for Whitfield Moss to go. Ollie had a chance there, but couldn't keep it up. Siemens as they go to Johnson. And Delaware able to put it away. Side out to the Hens, back within 3. You really have to wait against Towson. Stewart comes in and gets a piece of balls. You think he has no chance there. Right serving for UD. Stewart handles that one okay. Barrett elevating. Right comes in to dig it out. Rogers sets up Siemens. And Stewart there again. Barrett playing downhill off the ricochet. Rogers back to Siemens. 2 deep. And Towson 3 away. And now the Tigers serving specialist Macy Jesse comes home. Tough week for her. Was dealing with some health issues, according to her head coach, but able to grit it out and get back to the court here this weekend. Been a big part of the serves for Towson. Siemens cuts in front of Holly. Johnson, read by Stewart. Barrett up high, sent wide. And Towson 2 points away from taking it. And Delaware uses its final timeout. Now this game has had some swings in momentum. Hens are hoping the pendulum can turn back one more time. Barrett just gets up so high. Rogers tried to meet her with the block. Kim Lambert pleading with her defense there. You'd see her talking about the block up front. Having a hard time with Barrett. That's nothing new. Long list of teams that Barrett has had success against. 23 kills in this contest. They've made her work for it. She's only hitting 183. But that's this Towson team. They're going to ride Barrett as far as she will take them. Last year, named first team All-CAA for a second consecutive season. This year, right in the thick of the race for Conference Player of the Year. And has her team within striking distance of winning a 5-set thriller here this afternoon. Jesse serving again for Towson. Holly there. They go to Siemens. And Jesse read that the whole way. Barrett again. Wynn dug it out, but too far. And match point for Towson as Abdul Rahim put it down. So the Hens have to fight off 6 in a row here to extend this match. Jesse serving for the win. Siemens, awkward first touch. Able to send it over thanks to Rogers. Domingo finishes it, and Towson outlasts Delaware. The Tigers bounce back, salvage a weekend split as they beat the Hens in 5 sets. And kudos to both teams. That was fun. Not the result Kim Lambert's team had hoped for, but a very entertaining match. And you get the feeling we might see one more between these two clubs come November. So Towson in 5 sets beats Delaware, and it proves to 12-2 on the season, 3-1 in conference play. The Hens fall to 7-4 overall, and also 3-1 on the CAA ledger. Thanks so much for being with us today here on our Hens All Access broadcast. For our crew of Nikki Regal, Chris Granata, Michelle Cano, Vivi O'Donnell, and Caleb Flieger, I'm Matt Janis. As the Hens drop a heartbreaker in 5 sets, Towson wins it. Have a great night, everybody.